Today we're going to be rebuilding the Indianapolis Colts. You look at their 8-9 record and say, yeah, that makes sense. I could see it. That actually is very fitting, especially when you look at how poor Anthony Richardson played. Once again, I know everyone's going to be talking about it, but I don't know if I've ever seen a quarterback, quote-unquote, give up like he did. Maybe he just was tired. I don't know. The human body's crazy, but it really did not look good. Long story short, whether it was his choice or not, his body, or actually just his mental, it don't look good. But we're going to talk about, the goods, what the team has, and, of course, the additions that they made. I will say, though, going to quarterback first, it would not surprise me to see... Oh, my God, that face! So sexy. But would not surprise me to see Daniel Jones actually win the quarterback job. Like, as bad as people want to say Daniel Jones is, one, it is still the Giants. I know, okay, it is still the Giants. But two... still way better than Anthony Richardson. Just based on last year and what we've seen so far at the NFL level, better than Anthony Richardson without a doubt. So the fact that Richardson's 75 is more of, I wonder if a hype or an athletic thing, because Daniel Jones is the better quarterback right now. There's no question about it. It's just no question. As much as Daniel Jones isn't good, it's not a debate. There's no debate here. Could Anthony Richardson be better? Oh, of course, because we know what Daniel Jones is. But as of right now, it's not even a question. Throwing futures out of the way, right now, Daniel Jones is better, and it would not surprise me to see him win it. But look at the rest of the team, wide receivers, they all kind of took a step forward. I know Michael Pittman's kind of in this, stagnated kind of purgatory of he's a good wide receiver. I don't think he's ever going to be that wide receiver. He's definitely dependable. He's a guy that can put up 1,000 yards, but he's not going to be a guy that, is like a Mike Evans type where, he's really dependable. He's good. Had an injury, kind of sucks, but Downs, another guy, good season, injury as well. Alec Pierce had his best year, so it's a good wide receiver trio. Not an amazing one, but, it's like a 20th kind of ranked wide receiver unit, if I had to say, in that range, a little bit lower maybe. O-line, middle of the pack, it's a good line. You got some really good players at the tackle spot, and, of course, Quentin Nelson. Inside, could use some work. Especially at the center position. Lost Ryan Kelly. Kind of sucks, but it's not a bad unit. It's really the question mark at quarterback. Obviously, we need a new tight end. Jelani Woods. I think the will he, won't he's kind of over. I think the Colts need a new tight end. Is it Tyler Warren at 14 like we constantly hear? I mean, that's a bigger comp than even like Cam Ward to the Titans or the Browns. Like, Tyler Warren's almost been like a lock at 14 for so long now. Which, who knows if he's even there in this rebuild or in real life. But looking at the defense, wow, Thomas does not look happy. Oh, my God. But, of course, added Bynum, the safety, making me as a Packers fan feel really good about Xavier McKinney. Then I remember Aaron Banks, but the guarantees aren't that crazy, so you never know. I think he's going to trend right. I think he's going to look better as a Packer than a Niner. I'm just going to be real with you. But cornerbacks, Charvarius Ward and Kenny Moore, added Ward. Nice addition. This is a good cornerback unit. D-line, problem. Pass rush, bottom of the league, kind of bottom 10-ish. You have Latu, who didn't really play a full season, but promising, definitely promising. Ebukam, I mean, he's always been a good edge rusher. He's not a guy that's going to, win you a playoff game, but if he needs to come in, he can apply some pressure. Would like to maybe see edge at 14 instead of tight end, but we'll see. Buckner's obviously been doing it at a high level for a long time, and then Grover Stewart's solid, so not bad there. Just longevity questions, and definitely need a new edge rusher. Linebackers, gonna use Carly's this time. Last time we did a Colts rebuild, I think early January, I just completely disregarded them. I was not familiar with your game, all right? The speed, the zone coverage, the youth. What was I thinking? How did I not even notice? Who knows? I don't know why. I don't know what I think, honestly. I was thinking it was a pass rusher from the Charles Harris, I think, for some reason. I seen Carly's, and I thought it was Charles, and I was thinking of Charles Harris for some reason. I don't know. Don't even ask. Bynum, we're going to have to drop back to star, by the way, because he's only superstar because of the season he had in this realm, which is my own kind of offline realm that I created so I can have a starting point so I don't have to trade all the players over every single time. But, yeah, there's that. But speaking of Packers and Aaron Banks, would you guys want to see a Packers rebuild? Aaron Banks, Nate Hobbs? I don't think it's the biggest offseason, but maybe want a Packers update or rebuild. Let me know in the comment section below. And while you're down there, maybe leave a like if you end up enjoying the video. And if you're new to the channel, maybe subscribe. Let's get into this rebuild where I'm hoping Anthony Richardson's a god, whereas I can't say that's going to happen for sure in real life. Also, we didn't talk about Jonathan Taylor. That fumble at the goal line, oof. All right, we are at pick 14, as you know, with the Colts. And hopefully I get all the trades right again, because once again, I had to manually do it. It looks pretty good to me, to my knowledge. Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders, number 1 and 2 again. We've seen that a couple times. Don't do Williams. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I've got to move some things around again. Different number 4. Last time was Will Campbell. Carter at 5. Okay, I mean, we got some things happening. Walker at 6. McMillan at 7. Graham is still there at 9, by the way. I'm trying to think. I mean, we don't really need DT. That's the problem. I mean, if this was, like any other rebuild where you need a DT, I would make a move here. I mean, we're at number 11. And Mason Graham finally goes. Pick 13, Walter Nolan. So, I mean, we still have edge potential if you want to go. Or we could do the classic thing that seems to be very common these days. Tyler Warren, 6'6", 22 years old. Is that the guy? I don't know. Is that the guy? We have Loveland as well. I mean, you could obviously make the argument of trade down, but you never know. We have so many different really good players here. Personally, as far as what I would do in this specific situation, see, the problem is the edge isn't really there's no real great options, right? Yeah, Pierce might be decent, but there's no amazing options. So maybe I would go Tyler Warren, honestly. I think Tyler Warren probably is your best bet here in general. Well, in Madden terms, I wouldn't. Real life terms, if this is the board, I think you take Tyler Warren. So that's who we're taking at 14 overall. 17 true talent, hidden dev, 78 speed is interesting. I'll tell you what, he definitely plays faster than 78 speed, whatever, the 4.68, 4.7, Warren, I don't believe that. I think he's minimum 83 speed, so I'm going to put him at 83 speed. I think that's the fair number for him. And I think with this pick, we're going to be trading this down. Commanders, it is. Might have been able to get even more than this, but I'm fine with it. That's a pretty good evaluation. What do they end up going for? Mike Green. I mean, yes, if he's there, there's a pretty hard chance that the Colts let him go, but that's just too late for him. That's just not reality, unfortunately. So we gotta restrain ourselves a little bit, compose ourselves and keep our eye on the quote-unquote realism prize. We'll say TJ Sanders is a really hard pass right now, but we got Grover and Buckner. I mean, I'll need a replacement at some points, but as of right now, not exactly. Safety, you kind of want to go Makuba. I kind of want to. He's raw, but I know he's fast. And that's kind of all that matters to me. We all know this. I don't know. Maybe I just start Nick Cross. I don't know why I say maybe, as if he's not star dev. I was thinking he was 76 normal still. 78 star. A little bit better than that. A little bit better. I'm glad I remembered Nick Cross last second. I would have went E-Man Worry. We do not need to be doing that. A linebacker wouldn't hurt, though. I definitely need at least one linebacker here. Kind of want to future-proof with TJ Sanders. You got Quiddy Pay, but I don't really believe in him at this point. We need a lineman too. So we got our tight end, wide receiver, and I had him on board, but we don't really need it. So lineman, edge, pick 29. What do we do? Once again, if I believe Mike Green was going to be there this late in real life, I would have taken him there, but he simply won't. So what am I supposed to do? Force it. You know what? I don't know if he's going to be here, but I'll future-proof the cornerback a little bit. Azareye'h Thomas. That's going to be our choice. Very good value here, late second. 60 true talent. Was really hoping for hidden, but that's fine. Future-proofing. I mean, hell, Kenny Moore in the slot. I know he plays bigger than his frame, but for Madden, it kind of makes sense. And at the same time, put him in the slot. Those guys get the dev-up chances more than anyone usually, in my experience. Maybe you get him to superstar. Maybe he sticks around a couple more seasons playing that backup role, if you will. So it's an interesting one. Let's move on to 14, where I might reach and take David Walker, assuming he's there. We need a linebacker, too. Damn. We do have next year value, so we could trade up. That might be what we do as well. We got a couple of edge options. I'm not locked into one player, so let's go linebacker if we can. Oh, Carter, dude. I got to do it. I know he's hidden in this class, all right? I need the updated class already, especially if there's updated dev, so I'm not just locked into players that I know have dev in that specific class for a while. But with this next pick, we're going to be looking at edge. Got a couple of options. A lot of them T3 to 4, but Jalot. I don't think we've ever had him. Do we go with him? I'm going to let both Jalot and Walker go. I'm pretty sure Walker is another star dev guy, but I wouldn't hate having a different type of player. So whoever's there, I think, is who we're going to trade up for. Save some capital as well while we're there. Oh, man, we should have went Monheim. Get ourselves a lineman, too. It's a position we're lacking in. Ooh, Walker goes. Are we going? I guess his name is Jalati. Is that the name? Is that the guy? Do have Swinson still there, who I don't think would be here this late. How good does he look, though? 4.6. Yeah, let's trade up for Jalati to the Giants. Someone different. I don't think we've ever drafted him. If we have, I think he was worse than this. Pretty good projection as well, so I feel like it's pretty fitting. Let's go up and get that edge rusher. See if he can maybe become someone. I mean, I don't know. We've usually kind of draft and develop kind of the same player every time, so I'm not exactly sure what other players are capable of. It's kind of the same ones every time. A little different this time. They're trying to scam me here, all right? I know the value is a 6 next year. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a 6 this year after all. Here you go. You win. Thank you. We'll say it's basically guaranteed he's normal dev, but I don't hate it. 109 true, normal dev, 80 speed, 82 excel. And we're going to be doubling down on tight end Jake Briningstool, who I believe is hidden development trade. He is never a chance to start for us, but good backup. And here we go. Tyler Warren, 76 overall. Not bad at all. Really good, actually. Definitely going to be bumping that speed up. I think 83 speed is on. I mean, I think that's more than fair. I think that's pretty spot on. 83 speed feels pretty accurate. We'll have to maybe revisit this when he's drafted and then Madden does their ratings. But should be star dev, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe he's not. Let's take a look. Will he wear 487? I don't know. I mean, is Dallas Clark chill? Is Dallas Clark chill? That's all I'm asking. Would actually be pretty sick, though, to be fair. Thomas, 21 years old, 6'2". Really good press man corner. It's a really good corner. Number 3? Number 2? I don't know. Number 3 might be more fitting because, we're talking about dev-ups. Kenny Moore's time is kind of passing a little bit, and Thomas could be the future. If he gets a dev-up playing the slot, might be more valuable than a dev-up from a guy that's gone in 2 seasons no matter what, in Madden at least. We got ourselves Carter starting, and then, of course, Jalati. Ashton Jalati, big fella. Very raw, obviously, but he will be the starter. There's no question about it. And then, the rest are kind of backups. The memes, Pat Bryant. Loveland goes all the way into the second round, by the way, which is crazy. 86 overall. Route runnings, yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Really curious to see that dev, though. It should be, star dev, I imagine, but Tyler Warren, that's our guy. All right, here is the squad for Season 1. We're going to be rocking the Colts scheme the first season, and that's it. If it's bad, we're going to one of the meta playbooks. We've been selling on rebuilds way too much. I'm done with it. But we will allow the Colts playbook to shine the first season, just to see. Okay, what is this playbook like? Because I don't really pay attention to the Colts too much. I see Anthony Richards hit free agency a lot, but I've also seen him get to superstar dev every once in a while, so we're going to give it a chance. Going forward, though, we do need some linemen. Wide receiver might not hurt. I'm not a huge fan of Pierce's age here with his overall 25.78. Number 3, I don't know if there's much there. And then Pittman, obviously, he's 83 overall, but he's 27 now. So, it's just the age isn't helping him any. I'll tell you that much. But maybe he gets dev up. Who knows? But Tyler Warren, huge addition. Would love to go Falcons, Chiefs scheme, something like that. Not going to do it just yet, though. Defense, we had a new linebacker, which is nice. We got a new edge rusher in Jalati. But the team looks pretty good on its own. So, yeah, let's see. Best case scenario, 83 overall. The division's not crazy tough. You have the Texans, maybe the Jaguars, but could win the division. But if you don't, then you have a really tough AFC conference, which, yeah, I mean, if you watch that Broncos rebuild, we got shafted. We're actually having a little bit better of a year than I would have thought. $80 million. Nick Cross gets the contract. This is going to save us so much money down the line. I just hope he continues to develop. Ryman, he'll get the contract. He's a very good player. Pierce, that's a good question. Is he playing well? Braden Smith, I wouldn't want to do more than a year. He's going to regress. So we have money, but you also do have Anthony Richardson coming up, which, I don't know. I really don't know, but yeah, these contracts, pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do. 3 years, 60, it's great money for us. Nick Cross, I'm playing it how it lies. I don't care how much he asks for. This is what he wants. Even gave him a little bit more. 6-year, 45. Pierce, I'd have to see how he's playing. Alec Pierce. Yeah, I mean, he's on par almost for real life. He's a little behind. I think real life he had like 800 yards or something like that. But he's an okay season. I don't hate it. So I'll do a 3-year 27. I'll do a 3-year slightly more than that. That's kind of it, I think. Anthony Richardson needs a contract too. Braden Smith. Maybe Braden Smith is gone. You see him go to free agency quite often. I can see for good reason. 3-year 50 for a guy that's going to regress. I don't know. He's only an 83 overall. Actually impressive. 10-7. We win the division, and even if we didn't, likely the 7th seed. I don't know. The Chargers are 10-7. You know, who knows? But we love to see that. That is a great season. 10-7 for a team that went 8-9, and there's a lot of question marks at quarterback. I have no idea how Anthony Richardson played in this scheme. I'll show you once again. More than ever, I need to prove I didn't cheat because, boy, after that Broncos rebuild, there's some thoughts. Okay, there's some thoughts going around. But let's take a look at the numbers. Not bad. Okay, the picks are pretty high. But touchdowns, yards, pretty good. Taylor, yikes. Richardson also had some rushing numbers in there. It's pretty cool. Josh Downs had all the stats over Pittman. I actually had Pittman at the number 1, but still yoinked it. Pierce, great season. Tyler Warren. Touchdowns are a little low, but 758, not bad at all. Not bad. That's a pretty good season. Not good enough of a season to play. Oh, my Lord. Look at Latu. 18.5 sacks. He's goated. But, yeah, probably not good enough to get some of those offensive guys dev-ups. But Gelati, 6 sacks, 10 tackles for loss. We like it. 7 picks for Kenny Moore. He wasn't even in the slot. He was actually at number 2. Carly's at 4. Could get a dev-up. It's a pretty good season. I mean, I can be positive when there's something to be positive about. All right, let's take a look at these yearly awards. I'm hoping maybe Tyler Warren if we're lucky. Come on, Tyler. No! Number 5. Wow, that's not even close. And then Gelati at number 2. Oh, that's pain. Now, that one's pain. Tyler Warren, yeah, number 5. Kenny Moore, though, automatic superstar, maybe even X Factor. In the playoffs with a home game. We won a singular playoff game, I think, maybe 2 in that Broncos rebuild. Already have a chance to surpass that in year 1. Could be insane. Let's see. As I think the Chiefs beat the Chargers, the division rivals. One win out the gate, and maybe I'll have some optimism for once. 7-0 with the Colts offensive scheme, mind you. If Latu doesn't go up and dev, I'm going to be so pissed because, Matt Gay missed a kick. I've seen so many times we have guys that should be deving up, they don't. And then guys that have like 8 sack seasons, 13 tackles for loss, they go up and dev. It's like, what do you mean? How does it make any sense? Offense, what a drive. Anthony Richardson is him. Don't give up on him. He's that guy. Let's be real. He's always been that guy. I mean, what a performance. 3 touchdowns, 75% completion percentage. That's better than half the games we've seen in the playoffs with Bo Nix. Maybe both of them. Nick Chubb is a Bengal, and he is horrible. Taylor, good enough. Pierce, solid. Warren, amazing. Downs, really, really good. Pittman, 56 yards. We'll take it. This is a committee. These receivers are, they're a good squad together. Matt Gay, I mean, that name, dude, I'm just saying. 0-2, that's insanity. Missing 2 kicks in the freaking playoff game and hitting none? 0-2 is wild, dude. Like, that's just, people are looking at you on the plane. Even if you won, they're still looking at you like, why is this guy even here? As the Chiefs, did my game just, freeze? They're like, wait, you won a game? Wait, you won a game? What do you mean? But, the Chiefs, 12-5. I mean, it's winnable. I don't believe super well, but it's winnable for sure. As we jump to the end of the game, the Chiefs score 7 right away. They get a stop. They don't get another score, though. They get another stop, and they will get a score, and they get another score. We finally drive down, but, we're facing 35-7 at halftime, which is absurd. That's kind of crazy. 35-14. We're not giving up, though. You need to stop here, otherwise you lose. Yeah, I mean, it's a good effort to try and come back, but unfortunately, way too little, way too late. And unfortunately, the Chiefs, the game's that's insane. I've never seen that. The game's literally over, and the Chiefs decide, we're going to throw another touchdown on there. There's 23 seconds left. We're scoring a 72-yard rushing touchdown. What a joke. Anthony Richardson threw 2 picks. Mahomes threw 5 touchdowns. Richardson had 2 rushing touchdowns, but who honestly cares? We lost That's pretty disappointing, I'll admit. But what can you do? Actually, no. We got to see these kicking numbers. I got to see them. Okay, at least he didn't miss a kick. Maybe he didn't attempt one because we were afraid he was going to, though, so who knows. But hey, we want a playoff game out the gate. I didn't even expect to make the playoffs this early. Maybe it even hurts us. Maybe that hurts our development. I don't know, but should have a couple of dev ups, speaking of, as it's the Chiefs versus the Eagles again. Very fun. Super riveting stuff. Seems like Anthony Richardson will be a guy that we do re-sign. The Chiefs win the Super Bowl. So probably not going to do the fifth-year option. Just going to straight up re-sign him. Dev ups, please, Anthony. Oh, that's so painful. That really sucks. No dev ups on offense at all. Not a single one. I thought maybe Downs and Richardson. Not a single one. If Latu doesn't go up, I'm going to be devastated. Brother. Okay, I'm forcing that. I'm sorry. 18.5 sacks. That's a joke. That's an actual joke. I could see Downs. I could see Richardson. 18.5 for Latu? No. Sorry about that, buddy. You'll be going to Superstar. You know, if he has like an under double digit next season, I am A-OK dropping him back to star. That is fine. I'll admit it. But no. Kenny Moore, another guy, gets the Superstar dev. Expected. Surprised that we got it, though, even though it's, expected. 7 picks. Deserving, right? Understandable. Carly's goes up as well. Nice. Looking at edge, probably. We made the playoffs, and won a game, so I'm not sure what that pick looks like, but maybe edge is taken with that. Gelati, I'm not super fond of at this point, but at the same time, DT might be a bigger problem. Stewart's an 81. Buckner's an 83. One, if not both, need to be replaced as soon as next season, I would say. So we'll see there. O-line needs some work, but Bortolini, 76 overall, not terrible. Goncalves, 75 overall, not terrible. 86 overall team in general. Money is tight, though, but there might be some players we can get rid of. We'll see. Got some coordinator stuff. We'll get into that, and then, worry about the re-signings into free agency. All right, re-signings. Obviously, we're not paying pay. Britton Smith doesn't regress. How well did he play? Please have a bad season for me. Oh, he gave up 2 sacks. I got to find a way. I really don't want to pay this, but I'm going to do it. Damn. Okay, 21? 24. Okay, we are not doing 25 per. That is crazy work. Anthony Richardson, that's not a bad fifth year, but I think 24-year-old's 82 overall. He's our long-term guy. You're locked in at this rate, so we are going to just pay him long-term. We've got some backups we're losing here, but we're gaining some money. We have $56 million. Allocate maybe 50 of that, maybe all 55 to Anthony Richardson, but you have another 20 or 30 you could probably get from releasing players, so maybe it's not going to help us with signing players now, but at least we're not just completely screwed. Pittman, 84 overall, man. It is tough to keep a guy making that much money, but that might be exactly what we do. What about Pierce? 80 overall, 26 years old. It's a tough one. I did scout wide receivers this season, which now I'm starting to regret a little bit, but if we find someone decent, maybe we make a move. Pittman goes for a late second, early third, easily, I think. I'm always going to circle back to it, but Mohamed Sanu, when wide receivers were valuable, but now they're like even more valuable, went for a second-round pick middle of the season. Like, you can make the argument Pittman's easily a second-round pick if Mohamed Sanu went for a second-round pick. Like, I'm just sorry, but Pittman's a late second, early third at this rate. I think so. A lot of guys we can get rid of, though. Stewart might be one of them. I think anywhere from Stewart all the way up, you could see any of them go. Obviously, Quentin's probably not one of them, but you could. You could see them, especially if the price is right. But yeah, that's the plan. We're going to at least get rid of one of them, I'd say, to try to save some money. But see if there's anybody in free agency that'll maybe make it worth our while. Derrick Henry, cool name. Don't really see him often, but yeah, probably not someone we want. Jamison Williams, that's interesting. Very expensive, but could be worth it. Jamison Williams, man, that's a little bit of an early drop, too. Could get some time to develop him for sure. Problem is there's no interest there, so let's see what it would cost us. If there's a 5, yeah, there's no point. When there's a 5 and you have a red, full red, there's no point. It'll cost you like $25 million per if they're asking for 15. So basically $10 million extra per year to get them out of making up their mind. Which maybe it's realistic, I don't know, but it's not for me, I'll tell you that much. And we still need O-line. Moten, a little bit older, but you get another really good similar type of, tackle. They're both literally like the same overall. I'm down. Need a tackle. Fill that right there. There you go. A little expensive, but cheaper than Braden would have been, I guess. We tried to offer that 2-year whatever. What was it, 2-year 38? Didn't take it. Wanted like 16 per year, I think. Oh, well, what can you do? We're in the draft. We have pick 25, and this is a really good wide receiver class. Like, very good. David Hunt is the guy that I would definitely be eyeing up the most. He's a little shorter, but he's like basically another Pittman, another Mike Evans type, another Drake London type. Big frame, not the fastest, but should get the job done. The thing about him, though, is not only is he 22, but he's a top 5. Top 5 is 76 overall minimum, I would say, with a max of, anywhere in the 78-plus range. You have 2 other top 5s, but obviously those guys are physically top 5s. It's a pretty good room, though. You got some pretty good wide receivers. The problem is, unless you trade off Pittman, which you could save a lot of money doing so, I don't know if there's room for him on the team, but I think you got to think long-term. Pittman's 28, 29. He's got some value. Edge is a problem, though, as well. You have Gilberry there. I mean, I could go Gelati for 1 more year. I would be fine with it. I think we're going to keep going down till about 18, maybe, unless one of those 2 guys is gone, Gilberry and or the wide receiver. I think we can get at least one of them. In a perfect world, especially if we get wide receiver first, might be able to trade Pittman to gain enough value to get the other guy. Because edge, I mean, man, all these edge rushers are gone. Even Lumen's gone. I think it's a position you need to have hidden dev on early on, personally. But I'm worried about this wide receiver, dude. Like, as much as I'm like, oh, Gilberry, I don't want to lose him. The wide receiver is a bigger loss, I think. I think he's a bigger loss just for the fact that Gelati's young. He can develop. But you're not developing Pittman anymore, right? Like, he's done for. I'm going to see if the Patriots and Packers still need wide receivers at this point. Patriots have wide receiver on their board, but it's not like they need one. Tell me it's not that expensive. I mean, we're pretty late here, right? Yeah, we're far down there. We got some extra draft picks from some of our trades, so that's nice. I really don't want to give up 2 4th-round picks for this, but it seems like that is a guarantee. Maybe I can give him a player. Ooh, I really like this. It is like slivers. So this trade is almost dead even in their book. I really like this trade. Okay, I guess I have to move it up slightly maybe. What's the 7th round? I mean, I'm getting greedy. Like, just move the 7th round pick. It's not enough. Okay, so we'll do a 6th round pick this year. Fair enough. But we end up losing pick 110 and 74 with Pittman to get 50 and 118. Like I said, I feel like Pittman is a late second on his own. I think 50 is a bit higher than a late second. It's not early, but it's also not late. It's kind of mid, right around the middle. So I think that's a good trade for both sides. No matter what, we're taking this wide receiver, and he's going to start. He's the top 5, 76 overall minimum. Even if he's normal dev, that's fine. It's fine. True talent 4, dev, no regrets. He's also faster than I thought. I was thinking 89, 90. He's 91. Worth it every day of the week. It sucks because Pittman's not bad, but yeah, he needs a contract, and his age is up there. It's not a perfect world. We have 2 edge rushers. I still do think Gilberry is the best of the 2, but we do have McKenzie, who's good. Not great, but good. Fast enough. I mean, I would potentially draft them, and if I can save a little bit on the trade down, the move down, I think it's worth it. Man, I don't know if it is worth it, because Gilberry is better. I think he's around 1. He's got an A finesse. He's fast. Yeah, I don't think it is worth it. I was trying to talk myself into it's not worth the risk. I'm going to try to get up here. It's going to be a tough trade, though, so I don't know if it's going to happen, but we're all in on this. Back-to-back picks. Man, I don't know if I actually am all in, because we need some DTs as well. You know what? Maybe Gelati gets another chance if Gilberry goes, like, quick. If Gilberry keeps falling. Oh, man, we were smart, though. We would have saved ourselves. It is what it is, though. I think it was too rich for my blood. I can't trade up there. And I got a couple of 2 to 3s. I suspect they'll be there, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out here in a moment. Pick 18. Let's take a look at what we're looking at here. So we have, No, we're fine. We're fine. Boone is still there. PJ Boone, that's going to be our choice. We kind of need 2 DTs, but I'd be fine to, like, grab 1, and if they're hidden dev, maybe even replace Grover Stewart right now. 72 true. Ooh, bad pick. Damn, dude, that kind of sucks. Well, that's an L. I really hope these picks aren't bad, because then I will really regret not trading up. And the Eagles are going to give me a 4th-round pick to move back. I don't even know how many spots. 6, 7? It's a late 4th, but it's still better than no 4th. Damn, that does blow, though. Wow, man, like, that really sucks. Do we reach, quote-unquote, reach, if you will? Tim Smith, another DT type. A finesse, you would assume. A to C finesse, it's got to be A. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but you assume, especially with how fast he is, that he is. It's risky, but we'll take him. Oh, man, I don't love this. 67 true. Thank you. Whew. All right, so the other guy, kind of a bit of a waste, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll go to 14. There's almost always a player there. So whether it's a lineman, a linebacker, whatever, we'll have someone. A lot of tight ends win in a row, by the way. O-line, what do we got? Some wide receivers, too. 3 offensive linemen. We have an edge, Overstreet. I don't think I like him, though. Yeah, he's super mid. Man, we kind of sold on that edge position. I'm hoping Gilbury's normal. If Gilbury's normal, all is right. We actually got lucky, because then it's like, why would we even have gone for him? Because Gelati would be better. Offensive lineman-wise, I think they're all pretty iffy, but I suppose Starkey looks the best. So 21-year-old, 6'4", Starkey's going to be the choice. 43 true. Thank you. Hidden dev. You know, not so confident on these hidden devs anymore. Do I really have a preference over these two guys? If I don't, then I'm going to just wait until one's gone and then do the classic trade-up. Yeah, I do. I absolutely do. Aldridge is definitely better in my opinion. Although we also have linebacker too. Zaire Franklin should be traded or just released or just sat back up because he's not that great. He's an 80 overall, which isn't bad. It's not bad. It's just, you know, in these rebuilds, we struggle to win Super Bowls when we replace everyone with like 85, 90 overalls. So what do you think is going to happen when we don't do that? We keep some of these lower end players based on overall, of course. We got a couple of linebackers, though, so I'm going to take Aldridge now and then maybe make one more trade up if possible. Nathan Aldridge, please. Thank you. All right, that DT wasn't a great pick, but everyone else has been, so that's good. Trade 2 4th-round picks to move up to this late 3rd slot. We have another pick in the 6th round, but this is going to be used on a linebacker, Mr. Zay Lowell. Don't know a whole lot about him, but I know his key ratings of pursuit and block shed are decent. I know he's fast. That's all that matters to me. 92 true. Hidden dev, huge. It really can go either way, and after hitting that first normal DT, pretty much every hidden dev was like oh, thank God, kind of situation. And the draft recap, you don't need to see the final 2 players. 78 overall, David Hunt. I would expect star dev, but you really never know. Top 5. He's definitely not a generational. Injury's a little low, but it's not like, damn, he's a bust. Really decent juke move. Amazing stiff arm, by the way. 81 stiff arm for a wide receiver for any position is crazy. Even a running back, but for a wide receiver, this guy's really good. He's really good. He's got great ratings across the board. Deep, routes not the best, but everything else is just perfect. Dev, star dev, number 80. I'm not feeling number 80. I'm feeling something in the like 10 range. 11 would be a bit diabolical. I don't like 16 either. I don't like 15 either. I actually do like 11. We'll go 15. Boone, 72 overall. Not a huge fan. We'll definitely get rid of Grover Stewart here and start Smith. But as far as Buckner goes, yeah, not going to be replacing him. 80 finesse. Tim Smith was really good. Really good. I thought Boone was going to be great too, though. Not going to lie. But Smith is the future of the DT, at least number 2. We got 2 centers. Any of them could play different positions. 6'4". I like him as a guard, I think. So we're going to put Starkey a little bit light for a guard, but that's fine. Dev, star dev. And the other guy will just sit at center. Probably sit for a year and then start next year. Lowell, like he really should start. Rookie of the year. It's a huge win if you win it. It's huge for leveling up. Dev, star. I mean, it's going to be hard not to start him. It's going to be hard. I really want to see Gilbury, though. If he's in dev, I'm going to be pretty regretful, I'd say. 77 overall. Normal, though. Okay. Still, with that overall, he is good. I wouldn't hate him, but I'm also not like, damn, we sold. Like, if he was Superstar Plus, yes, that's a massive sell. But Austin Coates, 6 foot tall, 79 overall. I like him quite a bit, actually, but I still like our guy more, especially since we didn't have to take him 1 overall. Dev. Superstar, I still like our guy more, even though this guy's superstar. This guy, 93 overall, 6'2". Now, that's a different story. I definitely like this guy more than our guy, without a doubt. Has all the traits as well. This guy undoubtedly looks better than the other guy. What's his dev? Only star, but I still think he's better. Like Titans, anyways, with a really good pick. Not always common. And then our guy was 78. Who was the highest overall? 79 for Mentor, the left guard. Those 3 wide receivers, though. Damn. We traded Grover Stewart over to the Broncos for a lowly little 5th-round pick. And honestly, I wasn't going to start Lowell. I was going to, I was like, hey, Zaire Franklin, he's pretty good. Maybe I should start him. But then I looked at the ratings. And yeah, I mean, dude, Franklin's got a couple of like smartness ratings, right? Like pursuit and play rec and awareness. But pure like coverage, he's worse in coverage. He's a worse block shedder. He's just a worse player raw across the board at this point. And yeah, Lowell's going to start, simply put. All right, it's season 2, and I don't know why. I just have a feeling that we're going to get baited. Year 1, the Colts scheme was actually pretty good. We got to the playoffs, but I feel like this year we're just going to have a complete drop-off, and we're going to be like, yeah, we got tricked. We got tricked. We're entering year 3 with no real, playoff win success rate. I know we got a win, or a game. We got into the playoffs, but, I want to win a damn Super Bowl, okay? I want to win a Super Bowl. A win or 2 is not going to do enough. I want a damn Super Bowl. Latu, the superstar, is great. Kenny Moore and Ward both being superstars probably doesn't mean as much because they're already regressing, especially Ward. Definitely going to look at cornerback, I would say, for the next draft. So corner is going to be our number 1 focus. While we're still looking at edge, don't get me wrong, I think corner is going to be what we're going to mainly focus on because I think that's what we're going to need the most. Running back's not much better, though. Taylor's already 27 years old, I believe, so we're looking potentially at a new running back even, which would really suck, but we're going to have to, I think. Even with a regression of 50%, you lose a lot of overalls when you get older as a running back, which is kind of true, to be fair. But you look at a guy like, Derrick Henry, even Aaron Jones. These guys are playing into their 30s, so maybe let's chill a little bit. Instead of dropping 5 to 7 overalls as soon as you hit 28, 29, let's chill just a tad bit, Oh, we got a lot of money, which means we got a lot of players re-signed. Taylor, a 3-year deal, I think, makes sense. So I'm going to do it. I'm just going to... Really? Okay. Downs, absolutely. Quentin Nelson, yes. Moore, probably. Brents... Didn't even realize he was still starring Dev in the game, but it doesn't matter. He would have been 24, 75 overall, whatever. We had better options. Richardson, I imagine he's playing well because we're having a pretty good season. Let's take a look at the numbers. Not that it really matters because we're keeping him anyways. Not great, but pretty good. Pretty good, right? Like, he's not great, but he's pretty good. We'll pay him. Buckner, he's sadly definitely gone. We're fine. This is a lot more money than I was expecting to see. So, that's about it. Just got to actually do these contracts, which shouldn't be too bad. I hate when they're red interest, obviously. I wish, I get it, because you can't tell me how much money we'll make them accept, but when it's red like that, I feel like they just need to. Honestly, it's so unrealistic how much more you have to pay at times. So it's just tell me how much. Tell me what your low is, and I'll go higher than that, all right? Let's just... cut to the chase. We're wasting time. I gotta say, compared to our other rebuilds where I expect to win and we don't, I am winning more than I expect. We were 13-4 if it wasn't for the freaking OP Chiefs. 13-4 would have been enough for a bye week most of the cases. We've been doing well. This Colts scheme is good. It's actually not bad at all. We lose to the Packers, Chiefs, Steelers, Texans. Those are not bad teams to lose to either, so... we're actually doing better than I would have expected. The Lions are 10-7. Richardson, way better finish. 20-10 turns into 39-17. Maybe not way better, but better. 4,000 yards. Taylor wasn't amazing, but he was good enough. Hunt was awesome. Warren was really good. Downs, it's not great. Pierce, not great, but it's Madden Sim. Each playbook is going to have their pros and cons. Latu's been amazing. Gelati, 9 sacks. I can live with it. 8.5 for Buckner's pretty good. Smith, let's not talk about it. Picks. Kenny Moore is insane. 9 interceptions after 7. Guy's going to be an X factor. Matt Gay needs to be replaced. Bad time to be trash because you need a contract. You're gone. Number 10 for Anthony Richardson on MVP. Got to be in a rookie award. There you go, Hunt. Lowell. Everything's coming up. It's all looking great. Best wide receiver number 2. Best O-line number 2. That kind of sucks. He didn't win it. Latu at number 5. We got award winners and award runner-ups everywhere. Kenny Moore, best DB, obviously. Let's just hope Matt Gay doesn't, choke away a game here. We're going against the 10-7 Browns. The Browns are in here. Sanders must be cooking up. All right. This is more like it. Some of those other rebuilds pissing me off, but this is a little more like it. All right, end of the game. It'd be lovely to at least win a game. If we win one playoff game every single year, I'm happy with it. I can live with it, especially since, once again, we're rocking the Colts offense. I have changed to the Bills defense, admittedly. Kind of did it halfway through year one because it wasn't looking good. I'm over this whole, I'm going to just rock with the team's playbook a couple of years and then switch. I'm going to switch almost immediately if we need to now, going forward. At least until we start winning some rebuilds again. I'm going to start switching every time the team sucks because playbooks matter so much. And I guess the Colts playbook is just one of the good ones. And I was just unfamiliar with their game. Richardson, unbelievable. 87% completion percentage on 24 attempts, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks. Killed Sanders. I mean, it wasn't even close. Taylor was great. Warren was great. Hunt was solid. We got some pretty good performances here. Buckner with 2. Gelati with 1. Bynum with a pick. What a game. I mean, it's the Browns. Don't even know if their scheme's good, but they're in the playoffs. They're a team of playoff caliberness, apparently. So, winning is a win. That's awesome. That's great. Can we win 2, though? That's the question. Who are we going to play? Hopefully not the Chiefs. It can't be the Chiefs. It physically can't be the Chiefs yet. So, that's why you get those higher seeds. If the Chiefs and us want to coordinate, now that the Ravens are much better, the Chiefs and us want to coordinate the number 1, 2 pick every time, seeding, I'm chill with that because that means the only way we could face them is the championship round, which means we're at least getting pretty damn far. Ravens, though, 90 overall. We deserve to lose this based on overalls. But, EA seems to have no problems with us losing when we're supposed to win, so hopefully they'll give us a little bit of luck there. EA's like, oh, you're the lower overall team and you want to win now. Oh, now it's okay to do that. Yes, please. Thank you. 14-0. I mean, it is funny, though, because it's like, we're the better team, we lose. We're the worst team, we get crushed. Although, we really need to stop here. 3rd and 13, 4th and 4. I mean, a touchdown wins it. Does Anthony Richardson have the clutch gene? I think he does. The problem is we don't have much time. I'm going to have to spam it. And I can't call timeout. We have 3 timeouts and I can't call one. That's so stupid, dude. I can't even hike the ball. All right, last play. This game's... Okay, I'm going to respin. I don't care. I'm resimming that. That's so stupid. So stupid. Like, how is that not fixed yet, dude? Like, how do you have simming features in the game if they don't work? Like, you can make the argument, oh, well, most people when they're playing, they're playing the games start to finish, they're playing every snap and all that. They don't really use sim. Well, then why even have it in the game then? If no one uses it, then clearly it doesn't need to be in the game. Please don't do that, by the way. That's sarcasm, because I know them. They would be like, good point, save some money. No, please, just fix the simming. I don't know why I'm slow simming now. Ooh, Anthony Richardson threw a pick. Cleaner game the first time, I'll tell you that much. But I don't care if we lose by 45 here. I am not going to let the game go out like that. It's already bad enough that you have those games where, your team or the other team should be kicking a field goal and they run out of time. That is beyond worse. 25 seconds left, 3 timeouts. You can't call a timeout. Like, why? 4th and 1, huge conversion. The Ravens are not messing around. They get a pick. I don't care. This is a legitimate sim. The first one was close. We had a chance. There's 25. Should have been about 50 seconds, 3 timeouts or 2 timeouts. We had a chance. Didn't give it to us. 35-23 over the Ravens. If we win a Super Bowl, we win a Super Bowl. We'll still do 2 more seasons minimum. But, wow, Lamar kind of got cooked. But, yeah, I don't even know if we're going to win one anyways, because we're probably going to have to take on the Chiefs, and if we're struggling with the Ravens, hell no, we're not going to do well with the Chiefs. Look at all those picks, though. We love to see them. Thomas and Bynum. Hopefully Thomas can become that guy, if he even has a chance to, because obviously I would imagine Kenny is going to go to X Factor and might regress almost none, hopefully. He's got to be up there now, 31. If he's 31, I'm going to be pretty sad. Kenny Moore has been a guy that's really never gotten his credit, right? How old is he here? He is 31. Damn, dude. Why do I have to be right? I wish I wasn't. Really wish I wasn't. Let's go to the championship round, though. Are we taking on the Chiefs, or did the Chargers actually pull off the upset? Of course not. Number 1, number 2. Chiefs probably going to win this one, so it's all irrelevant. Hey, I said last episode I'm going to start cheating. It's not really cheating. It's just redoing, because honestly, we got cheated out, right? Like, we're 20, 30 yards away with, it would have been 50 seconds and 2 timeouts. In the NFL, I would imagine the odds would be in favor of us there, right? I don't know the actual, analytics and all that, but I would say the odds are absolutely in favor of the Colts in that situation. Offense is so hard to stop. That's a lot of time, dude. 17-10. We're actually keeping up. Ooh, not great there. Huge touchdown. No 2-point or extra point, whatever we want to go in for. Down by 7, down by 14 now. We're still in it. I mean, this game is still winnable. It is still winnable. Defense needs to make a stop. They do. They do more than a stop. They actually knock them out of field goal range. Come on, offense. And there they go, tying the game up. You gave Mahomes 2 minutes, though, so I don't know about that one. But they get the stop, and they're going to overtime. 4th and inch, you got to go for this. I don't care. You got to go for it. There's no aggressiveness in Madden, though. That's the problem. I mean, what do? You got a big old, 6'4", 250 quarterback, something around that range, and you're not going to QB sneak? Are you crazy? Oh, my God, that guy made me think he was going to stop us. All right, back to it. Let's see if the Colts can drive down. Oh, I thought that was a pick. They're going to do it. Are they going to do it? They get the touchdown. All right, you get a stop and you win. Looks like. Wow, dude. That would be all over SportsCenter forever. 4th and 7, and Mahomes rushes it for the first down. And they get the touchdown. They don't go for 2, though. Oh, no, you can't go for it there. Do we throw a pick? It wasn't 4th and 2 going for it. It was 4th and 2. We threw a pick, I think. I don't know. What actually happened? That is a crazy good game, though. 44-41. A fumble. Fumble on the kickoff. Oh, that would be so... Everyone would be booing. That's such a bad finish. Even Chiefs fans would start booing. Boo, we wanted to win differently. They would not seem to care. Very similar performance differences. Richardson had 2 passing touchdowns, whereas the rushing was a little bit more better. 2 rushing touchdowns for Taylor, 1 for Richardson. Rice was great. Put a little soy sauce on. It was pretty good. Pretty good game from Rice. Jelani with 5 sacks, and they lost. He had the game of his career. One of the greatest playoff championship whatever performances of all time. It's one of the best performances ever, let alone in the playoffs. Wow. That hurts. Speaking of Jelani, though, hopefully he goes up in dev. That'd be great. This is the type of rebuild that doesn't get me angry. Yes, the Ravens ending, that was stupid as hell, and we had to redo it, but outside of the stuff when, that kind of stuff happens, I can live with it. I can live with a loss. I don't need to win. It's just when we're not winning and getting destroyed in the process. You don't got to win every game. But yes, as a 6+ overall team on every other team in the league, I'd like a playoff win or 2. Richardson doesn't go up to star, by the way, which is crazy. I'm not going to force the dev here. I don't think it's so obvious that he should go up in dev that you have to force it. Where Latu, 18.5 sacks, obviously should go up. But Hunt, superstar dev, 88 overall. He's already better than Pittman was before the season started. Rookie of the year is killer. As much as you want to, once again, talk about sliders are too high. Hunt is 2 overalls higher than Downs, who has been in the league for many years now as a very highly developable player. So say what you want, but it's just a rookie of the year type of thing. Same with Warren, 85 overall superstar. He finally got to 85 after all these years starting. Not even all these years, 2 years. But look at the defense. Anyone going on? Lowell gets the superstar. Unfortunately, Gelati does not go in dev. Not that I'm surprised, but still, it would have been nice. It would have been nice. He's not bad. 87 power move. I'm going to be focusing on edge and corner. Edge that corner, baby. But if I have to roll with him again, I guess I could. Of course, Kenny Moore goes to X Factor. No one is surprised. Literally no one. He DB of the year, 9 interceptions. I'm hoping we can keep him around for 1 more year as a starter, which I think we will. I think we'll be able to. Let's go, though. See who wins the Super Bowl between the Eagles and the Chiefs. Super riveting gameplay. The 3 straight rebuilds in a row. Or not rebuilds, but matchups. Chiefs trying to get another three-peat. I mean, not another, but you know what I mean. They're attempting another three-peat. God, we really love a good Chiefs Super Bowl, huh? We really love a good Chiefs Super Bowl. 5 of the last 6, huh? All right. I miss the Patriots. I don't, but it's kind of funny. Let's take a look at the Colts, see what their retirements are. No one surprising. There's a bunch of mentor types. Don't know if we had anyone we were expecting to lose. I guess maybe Buckner. Probably not, though. Still young enough. Let's take a look at those re-signings. Got a lot of money, so it's not a money problem. It's a longevity problem. Latu, 5th year. Just re-sign him. Kenny Moore goes down, but an 86 overall is pretty good. Please accept it. I thought it was a pretty fair contract. 1 year, 11. Juju Brents, I think we're fine. Buckner, I don't know, man. I'll do a 1 year, 14. I'm not sure why I feel the need to do this, but We'll do a 1 year 14. Obviously, the tag's going to be way higher. 82 overall is not bad, but it's just a roster. It's not even a roster spot, but it's a starting spot that can be, solved by a rookie. I don't even know what Smith looks like, but I imagine he's pretty close to what Buckner was right there after one season. It's just a longevity thing, future thing. Smith is 81. So, yeah, I mean, obviously the other guy, Boone, isn't going to look like that guy for us, but you land another hidden dev or even start that rookie instead, and, we're looking pretty good. Frank Ragnow, Zay Flowers, Stanley, Mixon, Swift. Buckner has he has one offer. It was actually Moten I was looking at. We could use a lineman. We just lost Moten. I didn't really want to pay him. Not the best of overall anymore. Stanley got an extension in real life, but it is now 3 years down the line. I don't even know the numbers, but maybe he'd be gone by then, perhaps. We don't really even need to upgrade our line like this. But at the same time, when you got money and you already paid your quarterback, I think you can get away with a year or two, right? I think you can get away with 2 years of signing linemen or whatever, especially since, our line's not going to cost much, the D-line. That's usually, it's quarterback, wide receivers, D-line. We've already paid our wide receiver and quarterback. We've about to pay Latu about 20 per, which we can handle. And then Gelati's another year or two before he needs a contract, and we might replace him soon. I'm also really struggling to get this to green. I don't really want to pay that much, is my problem. Who would have thought? Frank Ragnow, 93 overall. He's worth every penny, I think. And, of course, Stanley's only a 1 year. And even after those contracts, assuming we get them, we still have 60 mil. So why not? And he doesn't sign. Wow. We just made the championship round, lost by 3 to the Chiefs, and you're going to go against the team that the Raiders couldn't even do enough to get to the playoffs for, I don't even know, 30% less? I don't even know the exact math, but it's got to be at least 30% less. This game, it's fantastic. Is it just a dice roll? Is it genuinely a dice roll? Because we've won free agent, not commonly, but we have won free agent bids ourselves by, being not the highest value team. So is it really just completely random? It might be. It genuinely might be. Also, Stanley is better than I thought. I thought he was 86. 88 overall. He's kind of goated. But yeah, O-line, it still looks good even without Ragnow. It's just, I wouldn't have hated it. Bortolini, he's been really great, or Bortolini. But yeah, 79 overall. I don't know what to do with that because Aldridge, after a year, is 77. He didn't even get to start. So maybe you trade him off for good value. Drew Dahlman, this thing, if you will. Not that Drew Dahlman's great value or anything like that, but a guy that, you could definitely roll with and they're not rolling with is my kind of argument. We need cornerback. I don't really... See, I'm really liking the rebuild. Dallas Turner. Really? You're going to offer me Dallas Turner? It's just, so stupid. They would never do that. But, yeah, I don't want to trade for players. I think we're doing well as is. And I'm not saying that it's tainting the team to do it, but I wouldn't hate just going pure free agency. The team can't afford them. That's their choice to lose them. And just keep drafting and developing. I think that's... year 4, year 5, we haven't won a Super Bowl, maybe. But as of right now, I think we're in a good pace. Only concern I really have is Taylor regressing. And yeah, we just continue to draft and develop. We'll draft a corner here, an edge, and a DT, and we'll be in line with where we want to be, I think. Here we go, pick 30 edge. Man, it's so weird because Gelati is, he's kind of cooking. He's 9 sacks, right? But his ceiling's kind of reached. It's do we go edge? I scouted some other guys. Winter, meh. Thomas, actually not meh. Pretty good, actually. A power move, 1 to 2. Problem is he's slow. Winter is also not much faster, but slow. As usual, I scout the guys that are unknown. This guy, I scouted him further because I think he had a B in finesse. I think it was C finesse. Didn't know his power move. I thought that was just his finesse, but no, he's got an A power move. So yeah, it is actually pretty good. Everyone else, though, I know has, what they have. I can see it. I'm going to go to 15, and we're going to see who's there. I just don't know if it's worth it, though, because if this guy, whoever we're grabbing is normal dev, you're basically banking again that, okay, well, hopefully they get Rookie of the Year, because if they don't, you're basically back with Gelati, but I've seen players play worse than him, so it's okay, maybe you're in a worse situation than having him as your starter, so it's tough. It's a tough one. It's just I don't know if I like the trajectory of our edge So with that being said, I feel like I almost have no choice but to go edge. We'll say the board fell pretty well for us so far. Not perfect, but still pretty well. There should be... Oh, maybe it didn't. I actually thought we had more left outs. We do not. A lot of good cornerbacks, but they're 1 to 2s, or 2 to 3, so I can get those later if I want. Taylor might be worth it. Chandler Taylor. The problem is if the other guy's 2 to 3, why wouldn't he be 2 to 3 as well? So I can probably just wait and just take Virgil even. Problem is with a 2 to 3, we know for a single fact that he is no higher than like 71, 72, but those are also the guys that I usually have luck with hidden. So I don't know. I'm going to take one more look at Gelati before I make my decision. I think that's the big question here. What overall is he again? 78? He's 24 years old. 77. Man, dude. Like, it's just... He's playing well, but his overall is not good. Started off at 6, then he went to 9. Maybe he's a double-digiter. I don't think the Colts would be thinking edge is a problem here in real life, but this is also Madden. Okay, those edge rushers are actually still sticking around. Like, a lot. Okay, this is huge. I mean, do I even continue to push this? Like, why are they still there? See, now I worry. Cam Virgil, watch the other guy go. Yep, I knew it. I don't know. I was just kind of thinking, like, if those edge rushers are still there, maybe they're not that good? I don't know. I do like Winter a lot, too, even though he's 2 to 3. I should have traded up for Taylor, though. It was probably a bad decision on my part. I don't hate Winter, though. I'm going to go Trevonte Winter. A-power. He's slower, but he looks good. And he's normal dev. Yay. I regret everything. Awesome. Fantastic. My favorite. But that could happen with any of them, right? You know, if one of those guys is normal dev, I would have traded up to 17 for them, which is like, that would be a huge L. It's bad enough L as is. It would be a huge L. We want Alexander, but we wouldn't hate Callahan or Sullivan. So we'll probably go about 8 and see what kind of trade up it'll cost us if Alexander's there. I think 8 is pretty safe a lot of the times. So we'll hope that they're there, I suppose. We'll say, though, our draft picks aren't great. Right? Like, we're pretty thinned out, so if we want a DT, which is probably what we're going to be aiming for, I mean, you almost can't trade up here, but we'll try. Zaire Franklin could be the straw on the camel's back, maybe. Thomas also could still start at corner. It's just this guy's top 5. He might be the same overall as Thomas when drafted straight up. All right, there's the trade. Second-round pick, a fourth-round pick, and a fifth-round pick, and Goncalves for the Raiders pick. It's going to be cornerback Alexander, I think. Really disappointed that Winters wasn't hidden dev, but maybe Troy Alexander will make up for it. 6'4", 21, ridiculous speed. He looks ridiculous. This has got to be number 1. Number 4, true. Hidden dev. Massive. I think that might move Ward to number 3. That guy's got potential on top of potential. I mean, I can't deny that. He's also slower than he probably should have been. Well, we traded the whole squad. Backup cornerback, 25-year-old White, with a 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th to move up to 68. Of course, all those picks, at least that 3rd specifically, very late. Pick 4 in the 3rd is going to be that DT. It's going to be pretty disappointing. I mean, safety wouldn't be bad either. Hartwell, how good is he again? C. Yeah, he's a little slower, so I'll live with not going for him. But, yeah, Corey Johnson's undersized, sure, but A finesse B tackle, risking for a hit, and I really feel normal dev, but we'll see. 71 true. Yeah, that'll happen. How many guys are we starting that are rookies, though? Alexander for sure. That edge rusher, maybe. Because I'm thinking, like, if we're aiming for rookie of the year, you know, who makes the most sense to start? Jack Smith. Oh, sweet. 2 to 3 with 90 some speed. 95, 90 plus. 99. All right, pretty cool. Not a bad pick for the 7th round. Let's take a look at that draft recap. That corner should be high. 78. I will say Winter's already a 74. What's the ratings? Man, we really should have went for a finesse guy, too. That's a big L that we didn't go Taylor. You know that? I think all of you guys know that. I think all of you guys are probably wondering what the hell is this idiot doing, and I'm only just realizing that now. This corner's insane, though. Troy Alexander's our new corner 2, and then, of course, corner 1 next season, probably. Sucks he's only star, but that's fine. Great player. Please, for the love of God, tell me Taylor's normal, because honestly, Taylor, I'm pretty sure, was the finesse guy, right? Even at normal, if he's finesse, he's still better than Winter. He is normal. He is finesse, though. He's still better than Winter, but that does make me feel a lot better, I will admit. Like, it could have been so much worse. And then we'll take a look at Virgil, because I would have taken either of them. 2 to 3 obviously didn't scare me away. And like I said, I felt it. I felt he was hidden dev because he's a little bit of a lower overall. Dev, star, Virgil would have been a great pick. I still think he had the star. Man, nah, I don't know. I feel like I got to start Gelati, dude. Winter is not all that great. He really isn't. And Gelati just put up 9 sacks. Well, that's a waste of a pick. I mean, it's pick 30. Pick 30 is definitely a pick where you can take depth. You're not necessarily looking for a guy that has to start. Maybe one day will, but it's later in the first round. The talent's definitely dwindled a bit. It's not a you got to get a starter with this pick type of pick anyways, but still, it's going to potentially be a wasted pick. All right, Season 3, 85 overall, or 87 overall. I really wish Richardson would at least be star, but he's an 87 overall, so that's pretty good. Taylor, definitely going to be putting running back on our focus list, I think, going forward as Taylor, 91 overall. He's 28 now. That regression is going to be pretty harsh. Maybe 87, 88. Then, afterwards, it's GG. So, running back might be our number one going forward. Although you do have DT and edge, potentially, so maybe you do DN or running back, one of the two. Team looks pretty good. We've got a future replacement at corner. Ward's our number 3, which is a great number 3 to have. Thomas at number 4 is a great number 4 to have. Maybe linebacker as well, but it's a good team. Just hoping Richardson can develop, and Gelati. Those are the two that I really want to develop here. $149 million, Lat 2. We'll do a 4-year. I'm not loving the overall. I think his ceiling's a little lower than you would expect for a superstar, but 26, 86 is fine. Should be a 90 if we're lucky. Nelson will try to get him back again. Moore, I don't know. He might regress hard. Carly's, I think, is a replacement. I gave him a chance this time. He developed okay. Good coverage ratings. I mean, in a usual league, I definitely keep him because of the speed, but 79 overall, 25 star. I mean, maybe a year or two, perhaps. I'll do a 2-year, but I'm not loving it any further than that. Stanley probably gets another year if he sticks around, and then Mitchell, I never develop. I straight up will never develop him because I'm dumb, okay? I should be developing him, but I don't. All right? That's all I can say. But we have a lot of money. Not really too worried. I don't know where all this money has come from. Once again, I think it's just D-line, right? Because normally you have to pay like DTs 30-something, edge 30-something, other DT 30-something. And here we are, that's $90 million. We haven't done that yet. Latu's, 15 and a half. It's like 15 mil per year, which is like nothing. But we play it how it lies. A lot of times we have to overpay players. If we have a rebuild like this where we're underpaying players because we're lucky, I'm going to live with it. I'm going to do it. Nelson's not obviously underpaid, so say what you will. This is a big game. If we lose, we might lose the division, but we're still in the playoffs. We do win. Chiefs screwing us over again, 13-4. This Colts scheme is cooking up, though, let me tell you. Downs is now the guy, the face of the franchise, if you will, kind of rotating those two in. Whoever is the number one is the number one. I don't really care. It's just, get a dev up for the guy that isn't superstar yet. Makes sense. Why wouldn't I? Stats, Richardson, great numbers, 4,700 yards, 40 touchdowns, 12 picks. Taylor, great yards per carry. Yards aren't crazy great, but the yards per carry are. Pierce showing up. Hunt was good. Warren was good. Downs was amazing. A lot of 6s in there. Little worshipper of the devil. Aldridge, 10 sacks allowed. Okay, maybe Bortolini was better. Regardless, let's take a look at the pass rush. Ew. No improvement, but still 9 sacks. It's 9 sacks. 9.5 for Smith, great season. Latu, 16. And we started Johnson, regret it wholeheartedly. Moore, another 5 picks. The guy is unbelievable. I did pay Carly's a 2-year 22. I don't hate 11 mil per year because at the end of the day, if we do find a better linebacker, we want someone else, we can afford it. We can afford both. Richardson, MVP number 2. That sucks. Offensive player of the year, number 2. I hate the Chiefs. I hate them. I hate them so much. Rookie of the year, not going to be won by us, obviously. Best QB, number 2. Running back, number 2. Wide receiver, number 1, though. O-line, number 2. D-line, number 2. What is happening? How are we this unlucky? I hate the Chiefs. I hate them. We're playing this game right now because of them. Like, we could be in the bye week. Either way, once again, 1 to 2 seed. I'm glad that if we do make it all the way, we don't have to play the Chiefs until the championship round. better than nothing. But I do love the fact that we're making the playoffs consistently, especially considering we are rocking the Colts playbook. You know, it's not common that you get to just stick it out with the team's playbook that you're starting with, unless it's one of the meta teams in general, and win a Super Bowl. You know, the Broncos not messing around though. A little bit of history between these two teams as well. Obviously, 31-28. Huge interception could be it. Offense is doing okay. Huge touchdown on 3rd and 9, I believe it was, to Josh Downs. 46-yard touchdown. And this close game is going to be wrapped up with a Colts W. It was really close. Like, that was a close one. Both teams throwing 2 picks, but Richardson with 3 touchdowns. Telling you that Broncos, dude. We beat the Broncos. Last rebuild we did. Broncos struggled to, even make the playoffs. And when we did, we didn't win games. We know the feeling, Denver. We know it because we were you. It's weird to talk to Denver like they're like a person. I don't know. But back to the divisional round. We're winning games. We are winning playoff games. Not with ease, per se, but we're winning them. Divisional round, who is it? Ravens again? It will be the Texans. We just beat them, but it's a division rival. I'm not going to take anything too lightly. Alshire is a freaking X factor, apparently, as well, which is wild. All right, going to the end of the game. Texans moving down the field with ease. Touchdown. We get a touchdown right back, though. Moved even a little bit quicker than they did. They get a stop, they get a score. They get a stop, they get a score. They get a stop, they get a score. We're getting absolutely cooked now all of a sudden. 28-14. We're turning it around a little bit. Down by 7. Huge drive. They get another touchdown. I think that's going to be it. I think that's going to be it. 4th and 18. The defense is giving them a chance here. Because you can't really blame the defense for these scores. The offense gave them short field after short field. 3rd and 7. You can't get the stop. They're moving down the field like they're the ones that need to score. And unfortunately, we're not even going to make the championship round this year as the Texans beat us. We also missed an extra point, apparently, which is weird. Richardson, not his best work. Genty apparently is a freaking Texan. That's fantastic. That's painful. That sucks. Chiefs in yet another Super Bowl going against the Packers. If they win, they have completed the three-peat, which they did not. Oh, wow, the Packers. All right. Nice win. Huge win, actually. Let's take a look at the dev-ups. If Anthony Richardson, now this would be one where I would force the dev, but don't need to. Like we said with Taylor, regressing 3 overalls or few overalls to in 88s. Honestly, 50% regression sliders for running back, which is the lowest you can put them, by the way, should be the base. That should be what it is. Dropping down, I don't even know, was it 3 to 5 overalls when you hit 29 is way too harsh, in my opinion, even at running back. Downs gets a superstar. He's still not that good of an overall, though. He goes up only 2 overalls to 88 from 86. Hunt now a 90 overall, which is great. Defensively, Gelati. The overall is still not great. He's 79 from 77, but he's star dev now. That's pretty sweet. Okay, I can live with that. Was Johnson star dev? He did not go. We still need DT, I guess. Kenny Moore will get a contract, but I think Alexander's your corner one. We need a new safety as Bynum has regressed. I mean, okay, fair enough. 90 overall. We're progressing. That's all that really matters. Bynum, I'd probably look at what Bynum's contract is in real life. I think he's good enough to start right now if he has to, but I think he's to the point where you could replace him. I don't think he's that great anymore. So let's take a look at our retirements and then re-sign the players that we need to. Don't think we'll have any starters. Probably just going to be the mentors. Yeah, Stanley's still there, so probably going to pay him as well. 5th-year option for Warren. See, normally I wouldn't do this, but I think I'm going to because 12.6 is not only cheap, but he's also red interest. Whatever that interest is, I'm hoping I can fix it before we need to pay him. Both Ward and Moore need a contract, but Moore has, weirdly enough, because he's older, a little more longevity. $7 million, even if he's in the slot, that's good money. Stanley, obviously I want to pay him, so we're going to do a 1-year 25. Does accept it. We still have $84 million to deal with. Chase Brown, I feel like I can kind of just get him back through free agency, but I'd do a 2-year 12. I think he's 83 overall. It's pretty good. Franklin, sadly gone. He's actually lasted pretty long here. He's 32 years old now. And the rest, even special teamers, I think will be gone. I mean, like punter, they're kind of a dime a dozen. And then kicker, he hasn't been great. He's okay, but he hasn't been great. We'll keep Cook. We'll get a new kicker. $75 million. If there is a safety here, which I clicked the wrong button there, if there's a safety here, I am definitely going for them. We need a safety pretty badly. And Bynum, I would imagine this late into this, would probably be pretty cheap on the release or trade because It's usually how those real-life contracts go. Gibbs. Oh, man. Am I really about to do the Gibbs thing? I think I might be doing the Gibbs thing. Hey, Jaden Hicks is also really good for his overall. I wish he was more interested. Might even try to cheese this. Whatever he needs. I don't have a mentor, so I guess not. I guess I can't cheese it, but if it was like a scheme-related thing, I would change the scheme for him. Hicks, though, I mean, he's going to have some offers, but we have a chance. Oh, we definitely have a chance. Okay. We'll go Hicks, and I'm going to pay Gibbs if he's around. You know, if he actually wants to join us, I'm down. Normally when we do this, it's like later on, so we only get like a year of them being on the same team, but $21 million per year is a lot, but he's also insane. He's absolutely insane, and Taylor, he's got 1 year left. This is his final season. I would even maybe argue trading him if we get Gibbs, so that's my thought process there. We've got money anyways. We could afford both if we really wanted to. Nealon's there, which is interesting. I can't believe how cheap he is. I kind of want to just roll with Gelati. We're winning games. He's developing slowly, but he is developing. Wow, I don't know if they just didn't use him, but he was horrible. 9.99 and then 1.5. You know, I think we'll just chill at edge for now. Campbell's cool, but don't need him. Really just need Hicks more than anyone, and then Gibbs will be cool, but I don't absolutely need him. And yeah, thankfully I don't because he's gone. But we get Hicks. Huge signing. Going to save some money with Bynum as well, I imagine. But yeah, unless Bynum's absolutely goated when he's 30 years old, he would 100% be gone. There's no question about it. 19.5 mil cap hit on a 4.5 dead. There's no way. There's just no way. So for this case, at least, we are going to be letting him go. In real life, who knows? But yeah, I don't expect it either. But still under contract. I also wouldn't expect someone to take on $15 million. Even though we've, actually I had to release him because I made him basically a $30 million AFD. I don't think anyone would take on $15 million for him anyway, so we're going to release him. But Jaden Hicks, out with the old, in with the new. It's just the way it is, pal. Jaden Hicks, 89 speed, great zone coverage. That was a really good upgrade right there. Saved money in the process, and we upgraded the team. All right, we're in the draft with pick 27. I actually don't know what our number... Ooh, I scouted Cartwright further just to see what he's like. Top 5 with a 4.26. That is intriguing. I'm really not sure what we need. Because Gelati's star dev now, he's putting up 9 sacks a season. Yeah, we want someone like Latu who can put up more. I think we're just going to go to 20 and then just evaluate what we got. That's really all there is to it. There's so many needs. Well, there's so many things we can improve with not many physical needs. So I'm just kind of going BAP at this point. All right, we move up to 27. 7 spots. We used a bunch of different stuff to get there. We're going to go for Cartwright, another top 5 corner. This guy I worry about, though. This guy I'm kind of feeling like we might be looking at a normal dev. But who knows? Who knows? There's some really good edge rushers here, too. I'm kind of committed to Gelati here. Cartwright, that's going to be... To be fair, this guy could be number 2, and then Moore goes to 3. Ooh, he is hitting. We've been actually hitting, not even just this rebuild, but we have been definitely hitting on these corners lately. We've been doing some things, all right? We've been winning. Edge, any edge? Any edge. Ellis is still there. Davis is still there. Huntington is still there. Is Edge just solid across the board? Huntington obviously a little bit slower, but I don't know what to do because you got to pay Gelati, but more importantly, he is still like a low overall, 79 overall star. He deserves to be better, but he hasn't been better, so it's like, what do I do? You know? What else do we need? We need a DT. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just willing to let Gelati be that guy. I'm going to change the rebuild up a little bit. Instead of just replacing everyone automatically, we're just going to let him roll it out. Might just let him do the whole thing. Super Bowl win or not, I'm committed. It is what it is. Romero and Drummond both look pretty good. I think Romero might have been better, though, right? Pretty similar, but I think Romero's a little bit better. We could probably wait, but can I really be bothered? Probably not. Cesar Romero, 2033 true. He is hitting. I was about to say, if I wait, I can't get both if one of them's normal. At that point, I was probably willing to just, you know what, go for another DT. Hope we get lucky. You also have Forbes as a 1-2, but we don't need DB at all anymore. You know, after that corner, we're set. Safeties are set. Corners are set. It's got to pay everyone. That's really all you got to do. Now we will try to go for Samuel or Ford. Ford's 345. I like the chance of him being a superstar with that weight, so that's who I'm aiming for, but I'm also not going to force it. So we trade up a 3rd and a 6th with a 5th next year, a 5th the following year for pick 78. Going to be using this to grab that big old lineman. That corner's still there, by the way, which is it's intriguing. He's not great, but speed's good. B man coverage, that zone coverage turned out to be pretty bad. Kendrick Ford's our guy. Hoping for a superstar. If he's normal, I'd be really shocked. That's like, I'm pretty guaranteed at 345 is going to be hidden, but normal would be insane. But superstar, hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. Good to go with a kicker here at 27. That's what we need. Hopefully there's someone that's halfway decent. All right, let's take a look at these overalls. Cartwright, 77 overall. Matt Cartwright. Kenny Moore going to that slot position. I don't like resetting at certain positions, but, I mean, you got to do it every once in a while, right? 95 overall, or 95 speed startup. Can we just get lucky? One superstar, one X Factor? Why not? Why not? Romero, at least got lucky there. DT's been a little bit of a... Ooh, 82 finesse. Little bit of a challenge for us. We've drafted a couple of normals now. It hasn't really worked out, but with him and Smith, I like it. Man, still no superstar, though. But once again, we've seen normal dev DT specifically develop pretty quickly, so even a hidden in general it's a prize. It's a win. Ford, I think if there's ever a position he'll be playing, it'll be left guard when Quentin Nelson's gone, so we'll put him there for now. Damn, I really thought he was going to have a superstar there. Got a couple of edge rushers that we passed on. I'm curious about it. I'm kind of curious to see what we could have had. They go in the second round. They did Huntington, 72 overall. I would not have went with him, which I would have been wrong. Hidden development trait. Just, he's slower. Wouldn't have went with him. Dev, probably be like a superstar X Factor. Okay, he's star. So you have to factor that in your decision. It's like, okay, you got a hidden dev, but he's stuck at 78 speed forever. Whereas Davis, 80 finesse, 6 better speed. This guy's better, without a doubt. And obviously the overall helps make that argument. But if they were the same overall, he's better. There's no question about it. Where was the final guy? Ellis, he was right there, actually. 75 overall. This is who I was about to say, this is who I would have probably went with out of them all. He looked like the best prototypical type of edge for me. And, maybe it was a bad decision not to go for him. Thankfully, only star, but, could have been better. Gelati is kind of, I wouldn't say maxed out, but 84 to 86 seems to be his max, and that's many years later. But we've been winning games. I would call this already a win of a rebuild. We went to a championship round. We won a couple of games. It's a dub. We've turned this team into, one of the league's favorites every year. That's a win. Season 4, could this be the year? Could it be we're an 88 overall. We could be better, but could this be the year? If not, we are stepping back, right? Because Stanley's likely going to be gone. Taylor is going to be regressed even further. Definitely spending this year's scouting focus on running back, without a doubt, because we're going to need a running back. There's not a whole lot we can upgrade. I know our edge, our defense isn't the best, but we've done everything the right way. You continue to invest in Gelati. Has 6 sacks into 9, into another 9. What am I supposed to do? You can't really do a whole lot better than that. So I don't know what to tell you. We're winning games, though, in the playoffs. Getting to the playoffs consistently. That's great. By the way, I was just, taking a look at the value of Thomas. What is this? They're willing to throw a freaking 81 overall, 25-year-old X-Factor at me. So, what people like talk about, like, hey, you should get some value off of, trading off your players. And I know most of you guys are like, hey, get a draft pick or whatever. You're probably not thinking this kind of value, but this is why you have to limit yourself. I know, he's a freaking vanguard. He's a blocker. Doesn't matter. EA is not going to tell the difference. Like, I guarantee he has stats. Okay, they don't use him. But if they did use him, which they might now because he's on their team, he'll probably put up numbers. We'll have to follow through with this. But, he's still an X Factor. It doesn't change that fact. Holy crap. These contracts. Like, Gelati's a little expensive, but they're not bad. They're not bad. This is a 6-year deal worth, we'll throw an extra money in there. 48. Don't even need to put that much in, but we did. Just to make it feel better. Pierce, nah. We got Mitchell. Gelati, a 4-year deal worth 60. Okay, I guess you have to offer him a little bit more money. Of all the people to be, like, hardballing, the guy that's been good, not great, I don't know if I love it. 81 overall, though. Training camp and weekly stuff, not bad. 81, I could live with that, actually. Brain Stool is going to be gone more. We'll see, because he just finds a way to keep going, Ryman will keep him, because I want to keep this line intact as much as possible, and we're going to be losing Stanley, almost guaranteed. But yeah, here we are, just managing. You got to pay Hunt another 30, but, the team's in a good spot. Money is really not an object for us. All right, to the playoffs. We're in them. Wow. The Chiefs are 8-9, which apparently is 6 seed. Where was this in our Broncos rebuild? But apparently 6 seed, but we have to play them. Like, we're the 3 seed. We have to play the Chiefs in round 1. That's just an L. I mean, at this point, you guys already see, the win-loss, all that stuff. I mean, who cares? Who cares, honestly? Like, we're pretty consistent. We're habitual playoff offenders now. I don't even know what that means, but let's take a look at the numbers. Richardson, definitely a down year. Taylor, absolutely a down year. Downs, pretty good. Warren, yards, number 1 for him. Blocking was okay. Defensively, Gelati and Latu, 12.5, 11. Smith with 9 again. Romero, rookie, not bad, 6.5 with 13 tackles for a loss. Could win Rookie of the Year with that. Cartwright, the rookie, 3 interceptions right out the gate. Sherman, the rookie, not bad, missing 4 kicks out of 24. One of them blocked. Cook was good enough. He cooked. Punt return, kick return stuff. Not really much going on there. Let's take a look at the yearly awards. MVP does go to Mahomes, so we get to play the MVP quarterback leading team. Round 1. Lovely. Romero wins Rookie of the Year, which is awesome. Okay. I mean, we're gearing up pretty nicely for a year 5, if it's not this year. Obviously, the Chiefs are good no matter what their record is. I can't believe we got this unlucky. I really can't. It's just wild, man. Come on, Colts. Give up 7 right away. Who would have thought? We do get 7 back right away. We get a stop. We do not get a score. They get a stop. They don't get a score either. Halftime score of 7 all. Really surprised by that. 14-7. Defense is doing well. Offense needs to do a little bit more. One touchdown could do it. Defense is cooking. Come on, offense. Oh, my God, dude. Here it is. Did they run out of time? Alrighty, then. I mean, no, actually, to be fair, I thought it was a 3-point game. No, they actually did need to score, so they ran out of time in that state. I thought it was a field goal. They decided not to kick it because, Madden. But no, they actually did genuinely run out of time. Fair enough. Gelati's been crazy in the playoffs, though. That's 8.5 sacks in 2 games, and they missed a field goal off of a block. The guys are goated. Saving the game. I mean, he doesn't get blocked there. It's 20-21. They kick a field goal. They win the game. Instead, even though they're 8-9, it's still a Chiefs team. We beat the Chiefs. There's no Chiefs in front of us. There's a couple of really good teams, but there's no Chiefs in front of us. That's the thing. As long as there's not a Chiefs team in front of you feel pretty good about it. The Bengals, who do they have to beat? I'm just curious. I'm not trying to push anything here, but that's the wrong thing. The Bengals, I always do that. I mess it up every once in a while, but oh my God, we're cooked. It's the Patriots, who I'm a little surprised even there, but 38-0 is not a good look for us. That is worrisome. And they have Diggs. How do they have enough money for all 3 of them? That's crazy work. 7-0, Bengals starting off strong. Nice bounce back, 7. They get another 7, 14 all. Come on, defense. Huge chance at a drive there. Didn't get it. Second half, we get a touchdown, get the stop. We are now leading by a touchdown. We get the stop again. We're leading by 2 touchdowns. Bengals are not out of it, though. The offense has a great drive, ends the game in scoring position. Technically a 2-possessioner, if you will. Both quarterbacks are great. Burrow was technically a little bit better, but what about the rushing numbers? No, I'm going to say Richardson was definitely better. Even if the touchdowns weren't Richardson's, the fact that, the rushing touchdowns were more than theirs tells me that this team scored more. Right, so fair enough. Offense, Warren was great. Downs was solid. Diggs was really good for them. Gotta say, Tyler Warren exceeded my expectations. I thought it was going to be a throwaway pick. I thought it was going to be one of those damn, Sherman, please don't. I thought it was going to be one of those yeah, it's the realistic move. Maybe that's who they go with at 14. And yeah, it's a good pick, but because it's almost all scheme-based for tight end, it's a waste of a pick. When do you ever see me draft tight ends anywhere near 14? Really in the first round, let alone. Usually we're late second, early third, because that's, where you get hidden guys. And once again, it's almost all scheme-based. But no, Tyler's been pretty good. And I don't know what the Colts scheme usually does, but I feel like he might be exceeding even the Colts. No? Like normal. I don't feel like you get those kind of numbers often, but here we are. Who the hell do they play? They beat they had the bye week, didn't they? They beat the Chargers by 7. Hopefully we beat them here. I mean, the other side, was it the Falcons and Commanders? I mean, it's winnable. There's some tough teams here in the AFC, but we have a chance to beat them all. Here we are going to the end of the game. Back and forth, nothing so far. Right to left seems to be us. They get the first score. That's one thing about that Ravens team. They do really well in sim on defense. Really good stuff. Up by 3, up by 10. Defense doing all right, but there they are, the Ravens with a chance. Huge drive, up by 10. It's a 7-point game. The Ravens are going for OT here. 4th and 5, I'm coming in. I don't need to play this. I just want to. I want to see it. The stop here basically wins the game. I don't know who the worst player on this D-line is. I'm going to say Romero. And they're stopped short. The Colts take over on downs, and barring a miracle, seemingly will be taking their stage to the Super Bowl. Of the Super Bowl, I guess. 24-17 to beat the Chiefs, Bengals, and Ravens in one run. That's generational. That's a generational run. Richardson was really good. Both quarterbacks. Richardson outplayed Lamar. 70 yards on the ground on top of it. Colts scheme to go hard. Warren, 32 yards, one of his worst performances, but still played his part. Pierce was great. This could be a Super Bowl win. We're at least in the Super Bowl. Multiple championship runs. Lots of playoff wins. And then finally here, a Super Bowl trip. Could be a year 4. Used to be the magical number. We've had a little bit of a losing streak. This could be it. Could be finally back on the board with a Super Bowl win. The Colts and the Falcons. Man, the Falcons kind of cooked. They kind of cooked. Let's take a look how they got here. They beat the Panthers by 3. They beat the Niners by 2. They beat the Commanders by 6. It's a really low-scoring game. I'm hoping that means something. Because, that 38-0 victory over the Patriots didn't really mean that much for the, was it the Bengals? Looking at DevOps, we see Richardson's a superstar. That's pretty sweet. 92 overall superstar. Deep accuracy's not that great, but very good. Very good nonetheless. Let's take a look at the defense. Gelati, come on, do it. Do it. Damn, that would have been really cool, though. Romero, superstar, no surprise there. No one else went up in Dev, though. Really thought Gelati had a chance. Not today. Not today, but hey, he worked out, it seems, in my opinion. He's played really well in the playoffs. He's an 82 overall star now and got that extension and put up some good numbers. He, over the last 3 seasons, basically averaged 10 a season if you count this latest season. Pretty close to it. But here we are. Falcons, no joke, at 88 overall, but we're better. I'm hoping for the best. Let's win it. End of the game. Come on! 3-0. Falcons starting off pretty strong here. Defense is doing not that great, and offense is just selling. Halftime score 10-0. This is winnable, though. This is winnable. Good stop. Up by 4. Up by 11. It's a tale of 2 halves. The Falcons in the Super Bowl. Who would have thought? Not a great second-half team. 28-23. That was a diabolical one for me. I apologize, but 28-23 after just it looked horrible. It just did not look good that first half. 10-0. We weren't moving the ball, turned the ball over a lot, and then out of nowhere, just dominating. Just straight up dominating. Also, why did I not put Tyler Warren at 44? There was a reason. I think I was going to, and I forgot to do it. I don't even know. I was like, that's actually pretty cool, and I was going to do it, and I just didn't. Was someone else 44 that was a decent player? I don't know. Who cares, though? It might have been... Is it Franklin? I don't know. Who cares? Regardless, the Colts won a Super Bowl. That's all that matters. Richardson was not great. Did not throw a pick, but he also barely played quarterback. 73% completion percentage is good, but only 170 yards. Definitely outplayed in that game, but did have 2 on the ground. I suppose if you put even 3 of those touchdowns, it looks like a pretty good performance, right? So I guess as long as you're scoring touchdowns, it's all that matters. Warren, 55 yards. No receiving touchdowns, obviously, on our side. Just kind of a rushing performance, but really just a defensive performance, making plays. There you go, Cartwright. My guy. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor, Anthony Richardson with some rushing touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor in general. He should be your Super Bowl MVP without a doubt, right? Unless Cartwright had a pick 6 with that pick. I don't know if he did, but I'm kind of curious to see who actually won the MVP and went up. Kind of curious to see it. And I guess while we're here, we'll show you guys the... Yeah, I talked about cheating. You gotta prove that it was jokes. Sort of, honestly. We're looking for the history now. I want to see, did we win MVP with him? Really? 2 rushing touchdowns, I guess, but that definitely felt like a Jonathan Taylor Super Bowl MVP situation. No? Am I wrong? Well, maybe I'm wrong. Let's take a look at the team, though. We already seen Richardson. Taylor, probably no point in looking. He's an 89 overall. He's regressing, not progressing, but he's really good, really balanced. Spin move sucks, but it's the one rating in the game that's actually kind of mid anyways. Juke. Truck is, those are the top 2. Stiff arm's okay, but you don't really get an animation often. I probably would say trucking's the worst, actually. David Hunt, what a player. What a guy. replaced Pittman. Feel bad about it, but at the same time, Pittman would have been gone anyways. So look at the stiff arm, 86 now. Trucking's even 85. This guy, or 75. This guy could play tight end. But yeah, I don't feel that bad because Pittman would have been gone, dude. He was like an 83, 84 when we got rid of him at 29, 28, 29. He would have been like a 78 by now or less. Downs release is horrible, but he is really good. Really good player. I guess we'll look at Pierce. He's been like pretty much a starter this whole time. 84 overall, 80 to 28 years old. He's really good. He's really. If we would have committed to him as the number 1, number 2, could have been something. But this team just had a lot of like good, not great players, and you kind of had to choose who you wanted to start. Donovan Mitchell, 78 overall, another one of those types of players. Offensive line, is there anyone we want to see here? Don't think so. But Tyler Warren, obviously we will. Tyler Warren, 90 overall, superstar dev. Trucking 80, 78 stiff. Really good short, medium route. Catching's great. Just athletic enough. Pretty damn good player. He's been really good throughout this one. I actually kind of want to see his stats in general. I want to see how he played because he obviously got better every single season by yards. Oh no, number 2. Last year he wasn't as good. But 758, 825, 718, 942. Problem is touchdowns were a little low, right? 7 touchdowns is good, but 3, 4, 5, not great. Not great. Longest plays weren't the best, but consistency's key over long plays, especially at the tight end position. Defensively, Nick Cross, 87 overall. Developed into a pretty damn good player. For a while, I thought he was going to be, hard stuck 84, 85, but no, he's 87. Great hit power, great zone. Awesome to see the Madden franchise GOAT, get some love, looking pretty good in game. We'll take a look at Jaden Hicks. He actually regressed. I think, no, he was 84, he wasn't 86. But he was 84 when we got him. Great zone, great hit power. Another Nick Cross, if you will, just a little less athletic, obviously. But got that hit power, got that zone. That's what we look for every time, obviously. Carter, huge contract. That's going to feed generations. I didn't realize that they made him a finesse rusher. Okay, that's kind of crazy. Damn, I got to put him at edge. So stupid that EA even has, the terminology. Where's the terminology? Come on, man. Wouldn't be surprised if Carly's would have been the same. But yeah, great zone coverage. Pretty solid man. 76 catch. Glad we stuck it out with him. Gave him a 2-year 22. Worked out. We won a Super Bowl. Don't know if he was the biggest part of it, but he was a big part of it. Lowell, 89. Very balanced. Must have been field general. Field general it is. Always the greatest for linebackers. Don't know if corners slot is the best. I think man-to-man is the best for corners. Hybrid's the best for safeties. Troy Alexander, great man coverage. Decent press. Pretty good zone. I kind of flipped those. It should have been pretty good press, decent zone. But a good player. That's the long story short, obviously. Cartwright, 83 overall. Matt Cartwright, 21 years old. Kind of developing into another really good player, too, just like him. Press man corner. Very fast. Not as tall, but very good. Then we have Kenny Moore. I want to see. He's 86 overall as a 33-year-old. He deserves some love. He's not that slow. Man and zone are great. Press is a little low. Great catching, great tackling. Perfect slot corner, 5'9". Maybe even give him another contract. I did pay Thomas, though, a 4-year 20, so maybe you would argue Thomas would, go right back to that slot role. The guy's just got, youth on youth, right? Great. That sounds really weird, by the way. Man and press are great. Play rec solid. Just never had a chance to start. There was always somebody in front of him. Better opportunities in front of him. D-line, Gelati, this is the guy I've been talking the most about, ironically enough. More than Latu, more than Tyler Warren. But I think it's just because it's kind of like the equivalency of talking about corners on defense. If their name's not coming up much, it's a good thing. They're doing their job, right? Latu, unbelievable. Finesse, block shed's great. Power move, solid. He's become, one of those fantasy draft goats, too. He comes in so late and can develop. He's really good overall already. Just for some reason doesn't get drafted very early. Smith's unbelievable. Great finesse, good block shedding. Good power move. And then the final player, Romero, 86 overall. Super young as well, superstar dev. You got some years with this team if you really wanted to, because you got a lot of youthful guys that haven't, won't need a contract yet. And then you have a lot of guys you did already give contracts to that aren't going to cost you much long term, right? Like Richardson, Downs, Gelati, Latu, Carter, Cross, I think. Hicks, you've got at least 2 to 3 more years of this team pretty much for the most part being intact outside of running back, which, this was a great one. This is finally a win. We're not crashing out. We're not yelling outside of that Ravens one, which we didn't win the Super Bowl anyway, so call it a cheat, whatever. We didn't win anything anyways. We won a worse draft pick, if that means anything to somebody. But yeah, if you guys enjoy this one, a little bit of a winning streak, jelly roll. Hey, I mean, we're starting a winning streak. I mean, it's kind of perfect timing. But yeah, if you guys enjoy this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, appreciate continued support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR Plays for non-Madden content. I imagine you would have seen It Takes Two Part 1 yesterday with my buddy Schultz. So maybe check that out. I think it's pretty funny. Bit vulgar. Maybe a little cringe at times. Maybe a little annoying. But I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty good. Pretty fun game as well. We make it a little bit more than like a teen game. All right, let's just say the game becomes M-rated pretty quickly. But yeah, check it out. Let me know what rebuild you want to see next, as we'll probably have another rebuild tomorrow, maybe even the Jets, maybe a challenge rebuild. Who knows? Regardless, though, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya. And once again, shout out to all the members of the channel, especially brand new member Kills with a bunch of L's in his name. Appreciate you a ton. Check out some of the members' exclusive rebuilds we have on the channel. Whether you're a new member like Kills or you've been a member for a while and you're like, oh, I didn't even know there was anything like that. And of course, if you're not a member, think about becoming one. Click the join button. All the details will be in there. Regardless, though, member or not, appreciate y'all for watching and see ya.